Last Wednesday, I was conducting presidential activities in the presidential study when I received a delightful telephone call from my friend Shirley. Eventually the conversation flowed towards the Eurovision, and Shirley asked me with great enthusiasm if I had watched it. The Eurovision, says I. Oh, I could tell you all about the Eurovision. Did I ever tell you about 1969? She paused briefly. No, you didn't, Michael. But is this a long or a short story? You see, I've work in the morning and my phone battery is low. Well, says I, plug it in. In the summer of 69, as Jerry Adams once sang, I was on term break from teaching and I took up a temporary role as a youth leader in a summer camp. And one night I organised a singing contest, and myself and the other two judges narrowed it down to a girl called Dana and a girl called Rosemary. My vote went to Rosemary, but the other two judges went for Dana. I was devastated. I could not stomach watching her receive her top prize of a pencil, a ruler and a 50p piece. A few weeks later, I received a letter from my friends Derry Lindsay and Jackie Smith asking me to critically evaluate a poem they wrote. Immediately, I got on my bicycle to the Post and Telegraph's office and commissioned a telegram advising them to wait with the poem until we meet in person. I then transcribed the letter to the parents of Rosemary Brown, inviting Rosemary to Dublin to meet me. A few days later, my neighbour knocked on my door, advising me there was a telephone call for me, and so I walked half a mile to her house to answer it. It was an irate Mrs. Brown. She wanted to know who I was, and Rosemary hadn't a clue either. Eventually, I convinced her I wasn't a southern psychopath, and she allowed Rosemary to talk to me on the phone. 30 minutes later, she remembered the competition. She then handed the phone back to her mother, whom agreed on bringing Rosemary down to Dublin once I paid the bus fare and provided lunch. And so, off I cycled again to the Post and Telegraph's office, where I sent a postal order with the bus fare and a poem for Rosemary to learn. 2 weeks later, I met Rosemary and her parents at Bus Áras. We then walked to Trinity, where a room was specially set aside for me. A short while later, my friends Derry and Jackie arrived, and I then invited Rosemary to re-sing their poem, All Kinds of Everything. They sat in silence in awe of her performance. I silenced any talk of a record and advised them that this beautiful sonnet belonged in a gala concert like the National Song Contest and then the Eurovision. And I remember Rosemary's excitement and her words, and I shall be known as Dana. And this got a great laugh. The following year, All Kinds of Everything won the National Song Contest and then went on to the Eurovision. And the rest, as they say, is history. And tonight for Shirley, and for all of us that look forward to our gala concerts and events starting again, I shall recite All Kinds of Everything by Derry Lindsay and Jackie Smith, as sung by Dana, and so forth. All kinds of everything. Snowdrops and daffodils, butterflies and bees, sailboats and fishermen, things of the sea, wishing wells, wedding bells, early morning dew. All kinds of everything reminds me of you. seagulls and aeroplanes, things of the sky, winds that go howling, breezes that sigh, city sights, neon lights, grey skies or blue, all kinds of everything reminds me of you. Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too, Monday, Tuesday, every day I think of you. Dances, romances, things of the night, sunshine and holidays, postcards to write, budding trees, autumn leaves, a snowflake or two, all kinds of everything reminds me of you. Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too, seasons will never change the way that I love you. Dances, romances, things of the night, sunshine and holidays, postcards to write, budding trees, autumn leaves, a snowflake or two, all kinds of everything reminds me of you. All kinds of everything reminds me of you. And that completes tonight's recitation. Ihawa.